At number 38 on the iconic 100 list is the 1986 Michael Jordan sticker. Not the rookie, but the sticker. And here to talk with us today about this card is Ryan from Brooklyn Vintage Cards on Instagram. Ryan, this card to me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a big basketball guy. I know 86 Flair. I love 86 Flair. I personally didn't have this card on the list, and it's not because this is a bad card. I think it's a great card. It's one of the most recognizable cards, but because there's not a lot of, we only filled out the top 75. It's really hard to put together a top 75. What do you think about where this came in at number 38?
Sure. I mean, it's a Michael Jordan rookie card. It's in a mainstream issued product that is itself iconic, right? 1986. I suspect your list has several Michael Jordans on it. And so we might have stretched a bit to drag this one in, but it's a Michael Jordan rookie card from 1986 Fleer. It's not super rare, right? Because it was just 12 or so of the stickers, 36 packs a box. You're pulling 3 or 4 of these a box. It's a cool Michael Jordan rookie card. He's in that full action pose. To me, the imagery on the card is super important to how iconic it becomes. And he's in a full action dribble. These would get ruined either from the gum in the packs frequently, or they get stuck on things by kids who would stick them on things, or you get too hot, these card would get all messed up. It could get gummy on the sides. So this card preserved in a high grade is probably way more rare than the 1986 Fleer Jordan itself. And so I think that adds to part of the iconicness of it. Maybe I'm curious your perspective. That does a card, because it being in good condition is super rare, does that add to its importance?
Gosh, I think it's a great question. I think, we talked about the Ricky Henderson previously to this episode or to this card. And I think we kind of came to that same sort of place where we realized that card in an ultra high end version is worth a ton, and it becomes more recognizable as, every time something sells for a ton of money, it sort of moves up the list a little bit, not because iconic means valuable, but because people recognize it more as it sells for more.
And
so
I think this, I'm sorry to jump in. I think this cuts both ways too. The fact that this was an accessible Michael Jordan Fleer rookie for many of us for a long time also made it important, right? If you wanted to go out and get you an 86 Fleer Jordan, this was a substitute card for many people, and it was accessible, achievable, plentifully available. So I don't know. I think it obviously belongs on the list. You could do probably the top 50 cards of just Jordans and still have a fantastic list. So that's a bit of the struggle. It's a great card from an iconic set.
Yeah, I think the last couple of things that I want to add are, we recently had an auction here at PWCC that featured a PSA 10, not of the Jordan sticker, but of the Kareem sticker.
Right.
And it sold for, I believe it was a record for all cards out of 86 Fleer of people not named Michael Jordan. And you'd think, well, why is the sticker for Kareem selling for so low? Well, not shockingly, it's correlated with pop count. And you pointed out that the sticker in a PSA 10 is rarer than the card in a PSA 10. And there's just so many reasons for that. You mentioned, how it comes in the pack. You've got the wax or the gum sort of stain that you get on the sticker. You've got a lot of the stickers had a tilt, or what we call a diamond. What's it called? A diamond cut, where
they're sort of off centered a bit, but not left to right. But yeah.
Yeah. So like where you look down the edge and you can see it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom. And some of these types of things have really, I think, made the card really hard to get in a high grade. Then combine that with the fact that it's from 86 Fleer. And I think I agree with you. I like that it ended up on the list. If I was to fill out the top 100, it probably would have ended up at 80 or 85 for me. But Jordan is just so iconic. He's definitely the guy who's on the list the most. You're right about that.
Sure.
And I don't mind it. I don't mind it being there.
We know you don't. We know you don't mind it. You're like a Jordan homer, which you should be. He's the greatest player. This was a sticker card that was somewhat prevalent in collectors' minds. It was probably the first pack issued stickers that we thought we should collect. And maybe that didn't trigger in the minds until the mid 90s. But people went back to this and said, I can collect the sticker even. And I think that's an important aspect of this worth mentioning.
Yeah, I think that is too. And then you had the next. At 86, 87, 88, 89, each of those had years of stickers. So 4-year run. And this is really obviously the beginning of those. Ryan, fantastic. This is card number 38, the 1986 Fleer sticker of Michael Jordan. Tomorrow I'll be back with another guest for card number 37 on the list. It's a good one. And until then, happy collecting.